Hey everyone, this is the Gig Guy London. I was away and now I'm back. Today is Tuesday the 9th of October 2018. My beard's growing and there's a strike on today. So the United Private Hire Drivers Union planning a strike not only in London but also in Nottingham and Birmingham. 4 main points for this strike. One being is to increase the pay per mile from the current rate of £1.25, and they want it to go up to £2 a mile. And number 2 is reduce the commission by 10%. Yeah, so those on 25% will probably go down to 15%, and those on 20% will go down to 10%. I'm assuming, or round everything off to 15%. Not really partial. Anyway, that's point 2. Point number 3 is to stop unfair dismissals. Currently, people can be permanently terminated from the Uber app for constant poor reviews, or if there's an ongoing issue between a driver and a rider, etc., etc. I haven't got any specifics, but that's the general theme. And number 4 is to respect workers' rights. So that's basically giving private hire drivers who work for Uber rights in terms of paternity pay, maternity pay, holiday leave, sickness pay, and so on and so forth. Okay, my thoughts and opinions about this matter. Okay, I'm not unionised. I'm not part of the United Private Hire Drivers Union. I don't pay subscriptions into them, into their coffers, but I will directly benefit from any action that they take and they are successful with. So if commission drops, if rates go up, I'm directly going to benefit. So for that reason, I'm not going to be a scab, and I'm not going to drive during the 24-hour period, which starts at 1 o'clock today, if I didn't mention that already. What's my thoughts and feelings about how realistic this union action is? Now, in London, I'm going to talk specifically for London. Uber doesn't have too much competition. Okay, I think the only major competition that they do have is probably Addison Lee and Viavan. The way I see it, Addison Lee has its own clients, and Viavan's using Uber drivers. So if Uber drivers are going to be taking part in a strike, they're just probably going to merge onto Viavan. So Viavan's going to be saturated with drivers today. If you're part of that Viavan group, and obviously there's probably going to be some drivers who know nothing about, some Uber drivers specifically that know nothing about the strike, and they're going to drive anyway, or they know about the strike and they don't really care because they got to get paid, so they're going to drive anyway. So is it going to be beneficial? I think as Uber is such a big company in London specifically, I don't think they are going to budge at all. I don't think it's realistic to raise the price per mile from £1.25 to £2. I think that's too much of an ask. When Uber first came to London, their rates were £1.50 a mile, which was amazing, and the difference was noticeable when they did drop to £1.25. However, when they started in London, there wasn't as many riders as there are now. So obviously now everyone knows about Uber, so they could afford to drop the rates to £1.25, and I mean drivers still earning similar money. Similar, not the same, similar. Yeah. and I think that's the way that they've seen it. Now, raising the price per mile to £2, I think that's a bit of a big ask. I mean, Uber. If I was Uber, I wouldn't be doing that. You know, I'll keep it at 125. I think the most I'll probably raise it to is £1.50. You know, back up to 2014 conditions, 2014, 2015, when it was at £1.50 a mile. But going for £2 a mile, what you don't want to do, being Uber, you know, especially with Viavan in the wings, and they're going to be expanding to Zone 3 pretty soon, yeah, over the coming months. So they're going to be a force to contend with. And Ola is going to be coming to London. No date specified as yet. I don't know, but they said they're definitely coming to London pretty soon. It'll be good if they can come before Christmas and get that Christmas rush and hand out some bonuses, so people won't be spending as much money on their travel, because they're going to have some promotional stuff, you know. So some big conglomerate or multinational company can kind of finance some Londoners to get around town, save some money on travel, and spend more money on over the festive season on themselves and their families and their friends, and that would obviously be beneficial. So yeah, going up to £2 a mile, I don't think Uber's going to want to hit the customers in their pockets. I think it'd be much easier for them to cut their losses and reduce commission from 25% to 15%, you know. Or if they round it down for all drivers to 15%, or round it all down to 20%, you know, at least there's some sort of compromise, you know. I mean, it's probably not going to benefit the majority of riders too much, but I don't think it's going to be any complaints about the commission even dropping 5%, you know. 10%'s a big ask. I don't think they'll do it because they haven't got no real competition at the moment. I mean, if people decide to leave Uber in London at the moment, where are they going to go? I think this will be a different story if they did another strike when Ola were on the scene. Then obviously that'll be a benefit to Uber drivers, because now they've got another big company that's coming in offering the same rates but 10% commission anyway. So Uber will be, yeah, they're going to have to make some moves. But at the moment, Uber are in a power position at the moment, so they have no reason to kind of step aside, lower the rates, lower commission, increase fares for the benefit of drivers. What they do want to do ultimately is keep their customer base happy, so raising prices for their customers is not going to benefit Uber or their business model at all at the moment. When Ola come, things are going to change. Drivers are going to have a bit more leverage, I guess. So these are my views, my thoughts and my opinions. If you're supporting the strike, I'm going to toot you if I'm in Lehman Street on my Viavan travels, if I decide to drive today. If not, best of luck to you all. I ain't going to stand up on no picket line at all. It's my day off, so I'm going to have my day off. Yeah, but I might toot you if I'm in that area. And best of luck. I hope it all goes well. If it benefits you, it's going to benefit me. If you're an Uber driver, leave your thoughts and opinions below. If you are for or against Uber strike action, yeah, especially if you're against. If you're against, yeah, leave your thoughts below. I want to see what your stance is. It'd be quite interesting to hear views from both sides. You know, if you're Uber representative and you're allowed to talk, yeah, leave your comments below. It'd be nice to hear from you as well. And if you're a customer and it's going to affect your day, let me know. If you're a customer, Uber customer specifically, and you got anything to say about the rates possibly rising from £1.25p a mile to £2 a mile, which is probably going to add a number of pounds to your regular journeys, give me your thoughts and opinions below in the comment section. And yeah, I look forward to following up on this discussion. Anyway, this is the Gig Guy, London, in London, and signing out. Nice to be back. Peace.